Hello students, in our last lecture we have already started to take 2.6 money poem by William Davies. We have taken line by line explanation of it. See, watch that video. Today we are going to see figures of speech based on the poem. So let's start to take figures of speech, which is very important question for your exam for 2 marks. So let's start take figure of speech line by line. When I had money, money oh. In this first line, money word has repeated, that's why it is an example of repetition. Money oh apostrophe is there. So students, I want to tell you that whenever apostrophe is there, someone we are addressing. And obviously, we know that William Davies, the poet, is addressing to money. That's why it is example of apostrophe. या पहिल्या लाईनमध्ये दोन फिगर ऑफ स्पीच होत आहेत. पहिलं मनी हा शब्द रिपीट झाला आहे त्यामुळे रिपिटिशन आणि मनीला ॲड्रेस करून ही पोएम लिहिलेली आहे. मनीला उद्देशून ही पोएम लिहिलेली आहे. मनी ओ इन दिस वे ही इज कॉलिंग मनी. दॅट्स वाय इट इज एक्झाम्पल ऑफ apostrophe. Now the next line. For many a false man as a friend. Now in this line, false friend, sound F has repeated. That's why it is example of alliteration. Now the next, came knocking all day at my door. Day, door. The sound has repeated. That's why it is example of alliteration. Now the next stanza. I felt like a child that holds a trumpet that he must not blow. Now here there is a comparison between a child which is holding a trumpet but not blowing, and the poet who is rich, having all these things but not living, not enjoying. So there is a comparison between a child and poet situation. That is the example of simile, and like word has also used here. Now the next, because a man is dead, I dared. Dead, dare. The sound has repeated. That's why it is example of alliteration. Next, not speak to let this false world know. False world no. False world म्हणजे खोटे जग. खोटे जग म्हणजे कोण? तर false people. So world हा जो शब्द आहे तो people असं सांगतो. म्हणून हा एक्झाम्पल आहे मेटोनिमी. So note down that it is example of metonymy because world, this word refers to people, false people. Now let's go to third stanza. Much have I thought of life and seen. Here obviously inversion is there because how the sequence should be there? I have much thought of life and seen. So in this way the sentence construction should be there. The word order has changed. ह्यातला क्रम बदललेला आहे. That's why it is example of inversion. How poor man's hearts are ever light. Now in this line, how hearts, H sound has repeated, so we can call it alliteration. But one more is there, that poor man hearts. Poor man hearts means here not just the hearts but poor people. म्हणजे बॉडीतला एक पार्ट आलेला आहे हार्ट्स आणि ते पूर्ण बॉडी इथं इंडिकेट करतं. दॅट्स वाय इट इज एक्झाम्पल ऑफ what? Synecdoche. Now the next, and how their wives do hum like bees. How hum. H sound has repeated, so alliteration is there. But humming sound is also mentioned. So whenever the sound is there, it is the example of onomatopoeia. Now the next stanza. So when I hear these poor ones laugh and see the rich ones coldly frown. Now here comparison between poor and rich is there. So it is example of antithesis. Why? Let me tell you. Poor, rich. These two words stands opposite in meaning. That's why. Next, second, laugh and frown. म्हणजे हसणं खळखळून आणि कपड्यावर आठ्या घालणं. ह्या दोन ॲक्शन सुद्धा इट इज ऑपोजिट इन मिनिंग. दॅट्स वाय इट इज एक्झाम्पल ऑफ antithesis. Now the next same two lines are there. Poor men think I did not go up so much as rich men should come down. Now again here poor, rich. These two words stands in opposite meaning, and next one go up and come down. These two actions are also stands opposite in meaning. That's why it is example of antithesis. Now the last stanza. My many friends proved all untrue. My many sound M has repeated. That's why it is an example of alliteration. But now I have no money. Now no. So it is example of alliteration. And last one, my friends are real, though very few. Here also, see, friends few. In these two words, F sound has repeated. That's why it is example of alliteration. Okay, students. So here we have completed all the figure of speech based on the poem Money written by William Davies. So students, keep studying and enjoy learning. Thank you so much.